Hey everybody, I'm really excited about this video. This is my mason bee harvest video. I received 2 females and 4 male mason bees at a class that I took last year, and out of the 2 females and 4 males there was 10 full tubes of mason bee babies, cocoons in there. So I did get a lot of males, got a lot of females. Most of the tubes had 2 females and 4 to 5 males in them. So I'm really excited. They're all healthy. There was just a couple of them that didn't have anything in the cocoon itself. It just didn't happen. So here's the video. In a couple of weeks I will make another video on building another mason bee house, because I'm going to build a bigger one, because this one was only a 12 tube. I think I have a 24 tube coming up, and then I'll build a couple more 12 tubes so I can put them around different parts of my yard. They don't like to fly far, so wherever you can find a southeast facing wall that's covered with an awning so that they get the morning sun, because they like to warm up before they fly. I don't have a southeast wall, but I do have a south wall with an overhang, so the afternoon sun does not beat on these little guys. The morning sun, it comes around and hits that area right about probably 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little bit earlier, and then the eve takes the shade at about 1 o'clock. So they get about 4 good solid hours of warmth, and then the shade starts happening, and so they don't cook them. They do enjoy flying even when you're out in the garden. They're not scared of you. They're not aggressive, and they are cute. When you go and you look and peek inside the little holes, you'll see a little mama face peeking out at you during the day, and during the evening when they come back, and they'll sleep overnight in their holes. So it is fun to watch. They'll fly right over your shoulder to go in when you're out working in the garden. They will fly in the rain, so they make great pollinators. They're native. They're our native bees. Enjoy the video, and I'll be back with the little mason bee series. There should be, I'm hoping to have about 3 videos. So this one was the harvest, the next one will be building the mason bee houses, and then after that it will be releasing the mason bees, and then the last one will be collecting the mason bees one more time, and hopefully I'll remember to collect them in November to show you the right way to clean them and then put them in the refrigerator until the next year's release. So this will be my mason bee first video. Enjoy, and thank you very much. Okay, today's the 15th of January, and I am a little bit behind on getting these little bees out of these cocoons. I should have took care of it earlier, but I just didn't have time. So I'm trying to get them out now because it is getting warm, but we have no flowers yet. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to open them up. This is a little boy bee. He's small, and he's in there. Just get all this little bee poop off and clean them up just a little bit, and these look pretty good. You can see you get in the sun, you can see their little bodies inside there. You can tell, I think you can really tell it was cold last year, because these little cocoons are so small compared to the ones last year. They are small, and I have a lot of stuff in my, a lot of pollen for these little guys with all my trees and things, but the season was 4 weeks late, or a 12 tube little bee house for them. Let them go, and 10 of the 12 tubes were full. So I don't want these guys to hatch early, so I'm going to clean them off here real quick, and then I'm going to put them in a container with some air holes and a little bit of moisture on a towel, on a paper towel, and keep them in my refrigerator crisper. And I'm going to let them out a little at a time. That way I can kind of control if we have a late, ooh, this one's a nice one. If we have a late frost and the flowers don't want to come out when they're supposed to, these little guys won't starve. And I'll separate them out when I put them out, because the male will they'll hatch first, and then they'll just wait for the girls to come out, kind of like a party. So they'll stand by their little houses and wait for the girls to come out. And if you look at the tubes, my tubes have no holes in them, so these guys didn't get attacked by anything, and the little stuff that I'm cleaning off is just bee poop. There is nothing, I see no mites or anything anything on these bees, so they are healthy. I'm going to finish cleaning these up because it's kind of boring just watching me pull them out of these tubes. And I'll come back when I get them all cleaned, and we'll do a count on how many little cocoons I... See, there's the pollen right there, and there's no bee hook to it. I think I have 7 more tubes that I need to pull. And, whoops, sorry little guy. And then I'm going to go get these guys put in a little container, little Tupperware. And then they will be hibernating for a little bit longer because we are getting some weird warm weather, but we still don't have flowers. So, I'll be back. I have my container. It's just one of those containers that you get for lunch meat, sandwich meat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke some holes in the top, and that will keep these little guys breathing. You take a paper towel, you get it damp, not soaking wet, you just want it damp because you got to keep some moisture in here and make sure it fits nice in the bottom. Now I'm going to use distilled water. I washed my hands, and so I got my paper towel damp. And you can see it's a little bit wet, but it's not soaking wet. I rinsed it out. So squeezed it out, there's no more drops coming out. Now I'm going to have to check this once a week to make sure that it has not dried completely out, because they do need a little bit of moisture. And then I'm going to take a coffee filter and put it up on top. That's going to keep some of the wet dampness off of them. Then I'm just going to spread them out right here. They're pretty clean. There's a little bit of poop left, but I'm not going to worry about it. It looks like I have about 55 of them. Now these little guys right here, these are the males, and these big ones are the females. So these little guys right here, am I moving it around here? Come back here. So these little itty bitty ones, you can tell there's quite a big difference between the little guys and the big guys. Then go real quick and put some holes in this, and then I'm just going to cover it up with the holes in it and put it in my refrigerator in the dark and check on it once a week.